Hi everybody, this is Pete Draper from the state of Qatar. Those of you that know me know I'm a parachute rigger, have been for the last 20 or so years, and currently working as a military parachute rigger in the Middle East. And I like to give you a heads up on some products that I discover that I think might be useful for people out there in a similar line of work, or people who are just interested in general bushcraft, do-it-yourself, prepping, survival, and useful stuff. Today I just want to talk about two products, the Clamshell Compass and the Firestorm Buckle from Wazoo survivalgear.com. This is an excellent little company, wonderful communication skills, very good PR, and excellent products. I've been experimenting with paracord designs for survival lanyards and bracelets, mainly lanyards. I'm not really a bracelet kind of guy, but there's a lot of different material out there for buckles, for the paracord itself, and I've shopped around quite a bit, and to be honest, these are the best survival-based buckles and components I've found so far. So getting to it then, with a paracord bracelet like this one, you end up with about 10 to 12 feet of paracord, which you can strip down and use in an emergency situation. But more importantly is the buckle. This buckle comes from Wazoo Survival Gear, as I said. It features a fairly loud signal whistle, and on the male end of the buckle, you get a Firestarter rod in the middle. Both small components, but relatively effective. I'll just give you a blast on the whistle. Certainly enough to get you noticed in a tricky situation. And the ferro rod in the middle of the male end of the buckle is a fairly handy fire starting tool. All it requires is that you strip off the black outer coating and then scrape it with a metal blade like a small knife or something like that. Like I said, I tend to put them on lanyards. You can see I have one on my desert knife right here, which also has the compass built into the middle. So in the event that I need the compass alone, I can simply unclick the buckle, and now I have a very handy compass. This is their grade A clamshell compass. It's actually been used in the field. We were in a plane with no GPS repeaters, and I wanted to establish the direction of flight for a paradrop, and this compass proved very handy, to the point where the team that we were working with from the French Foreign Legion, their jumpmaster actually asked me to make him one with the same compass. I'll just quickly put my beaten up old compass here next to it, and you can see that directionally it's very accurate, and it's a very sturdy compass in the main housing. There is a small weak point in this little clamshell lid. This one has come off a couple of times. I clipped it back on, and you can also cover it with one of their Ranger bands if you need to. Again, this is from Wazoo Survival Gear. But it's a very effective, you just cover over there. I've spoken to them about it, and they do promise me that they are working on this, and they have a new supplier creating the outer shell for this. So very good customer research on their part, and they're actually doing their bit for that. The compass is very sturdy though in its base here, and nicely covered. And as I say, if you do have problems with the lid, simply cover it with one of their Ranger bands or a small rubber band. In an emergency situation, it certainly would be very useful. The male end of the buckle, as you see, has the Firestarter on it. So in the event that I'm out there in the middle of the desert, I can signal with this if there's people approaching, and I can also create a small fire. You'll see on this lanyard, the center part of the core here is made up of what's called fire cord. I just want to give you a small demonstration. The fire cord itself is standard 550 paracord, and you can, if you need to, cut the lanyard open and pull out the red center. Like this. I'm just going to place it on that tile there and show you how it works. If you take a knife, I'm not going to use the big one in here, I'll just use my Spyderco, and fluff it up. Just make it a little fluffy. I'm doing it on tile so you can see more clearly what we're doing here. But you make it very fluffy with the knife. Like this. Then take your Firestarter buckle. I'll use this one, which is straight off of my go bag lanyard, and we'll just strike it a couple of times. And you'll see that we've got a fire started almost immediately. You can then just place this onto the other piece of the fire cord, add kindling, and you've got a nice little fire going there. The more you fluff this up, the longer it will burn, giving you a chance to add kindling around it and create a nice fire. So using the fire cord built into the lanyard, using the Firestarter buckle and a regular knife that you have on you, you can create a fire, keep warm, do some cooking, boil water if you need to, and generally look after yourself out there in the wilderness. So I'm just highly recommending the products from Wazoo Survival Gear. Not all of them, I haven't tried all of them, but certainly the Firestarter buckle with its emergency whistle and the Clamshell Compass, which has been tested in real life by me and really does a good job. So if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comments below. If you want to go visit wazoosurvivalgear.com, I highly recommend that you do. They have excellent customer communication skills. And really that's it for this time, guys. Oh, and the fire cord. I bought the fire cord from a website called paracordplanet.com. It's not cheap, but that's why I just use it for the center core of the lanyard. There's certainly enough in this lanyard to create 2 or 3 fires. And you saw how easily it sparks with the Firestarter buckle. I'll just show you that one more time. This thing throws sparks every time. It really is a wonderful piece of equipment, and it's a very sturdy buckle as well. And if you do like to put them on bracelets, you'll see that it's curved, so it actually fits around the wrist a little better. In the end, I'm highly endorsing these products. wazoosurvivalgear.com, Firestarter buckle, Clamshell Compass. Get them because you never know.